On October 17, 1989, at 5:04 p.m., life in the San Francisco Bay Area changes in an instant as a 7.1 magnitude earthquake strikes near Loma Prieta Peak in the Santa Cruz Mountains, shaking the region from Santa Cruz to Oakland. The quake lasts just 20 seconds, but its reverberations will be felt for decades. So, how did the quake impact the region? And what effect did it have on the World Series? It's time to set the stage. That Tuesday afternoon, the Bay Area was buzzing with excitement. Both Bay Area baseball teams, the San Francisco Giants and the Oakland Athletics, were about to face off in Game 3 of the World Series in a matchup nicknamed the Battle of the Bay. Cameras were rolling at Candlestick Park when the ground began to move.
Parker at second base, so the Oakland A's take. I'll tell you what, we're having an
ABC broadcaster Al Michaels broke the silence with an unforgettable line, quote, "Well, folks, that's the greatest open in the history of television, bar none," end quote. While the stadium withstood the shaking, much of the Bay Area did not. In the Marina District, the soft ground turned to mush in an effect known as liquefaction. It caused homes to collapse and gas lines to ignite fires that burned for 2 days. On the Cypress Street viaduct of the Nimitz Freeway, the upper deck pancaked onto the lower level, crushing cars and killing 41 people. A 50-foot section of the Bay Bridge also collapsed. It created a traffic nightmare, but fortunately, only one person died there. In total, 63 people were killed, nearly 3,800 injured, and more than 12,000 displaced. The damage reached an estimated $6 to $10 billion, making it one of the costliest disasters in U.S. history. Back at Candlestick Park, the power was out and confusion set in. Major League Baseball Commissioner Fay Vincent addressed the crowd, informing them that the game was postponed because there was no power in the stadium. The World Series was suspended for 10 days, earning the nickname the Earthquake Series. When play resumed, Oakland swept San Francisco in 4 games, but the celebrations were not as boisterous as they might have been. As Giants first baseman Will Clark later said, quote, "It was sort of anticlimactic after the earthquake," end quote. The Loma Prieta Earthquake's epicenter lay along the San Andreas Fault, where the Pacific Plate shifted more than 6 feet northwest and 4 feet upward over the North American Plate. In the aftermath, California strengthened its building codes and launched new seismic safety programs to identify and map high-risk areas. These changes have helped save lives in later earthquakes. The Loma Prieta earthquake was the strongest to hit the Bay Area since 1906. It destroyed buildings, reshaped infrastructure, and forever changed how California prepares for natural disasters. And yet, by sheer coincidence, the timing of that World Series game may have saved hundreds of lives, keeping fans at home to watch the contest instead of on the roads that collapsed. October 17th, 1989, the day the Bay shook, and a nation watched it live. Here are other events that happened today in history. In 1173, England's King Henry II defeats the Earl of Leicester's rebel forces at the Battle of Fornham. In 1777, Americans win the important Battle of Saratoga, which persuades France to join the fight. In 1814, a vat of beer bursts, sending 300,000 gallons into London streets, killing 8. In 1931, notorious Chicago gangster Al Capone is sentenced to 11 years in federal prison. In 1973, OPEC nations declare an oil embargo, triggering an energy crisis in the U.S. In 1974, U.S. President Gerald Ford justifies his decision to pardon Nixon before Congress. In 1989, Billy Joel releases the album Stormfront with his enduring hit, We Didn't Start the Fire. And now it's time for our Today in History quiz. Who was U.S. President when the U.S. purchased Alaska from Russia? Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant, or Rutherford B. Hayes? Liked learning about the Loma Prieta earthquake? Then you'll find the story of an earthquake that occurred 200 years earlier and killed thousands even more fascinating. Tap the screen to keep the story going on Today in History.